Today, I'm in exciting Manila in the Philippines, and we'll be having some fun. For breakfast, we'll visit an impressive American diner, followed by a tour of a new age city raising eyebrows, and we'll finish the day at some fancy malls, including one that resembles Venice in Italy. The Philippines have had a long relationship with the Americans and the American culture, and here in Makati, right on the walking street, you will find the filling station. This place has a lot of American paraphernalia. Look at all of this. Everything from old and new, beer bottles, toy cars, Shell gas stations, and wow, look at this. Look at this beauty behind me. Special Deluxe. It's a Plymouth. I wonder how much this is worth. I feel like I've stepped back in time to the 1950s, and there's a touch of Back to the Future here as well when Marty McFly goes back to the 1950s, especially with these old gas station petrol dispensers, or gas dispensers as they would say in the States. This place is really cool. Right here in Makati, on the walking street, you can't miss it. It's right on the corner. On one half of the floor, you'll also find some English memorabilia. How about this? Little mini. And over here as well, you'll also have some traditional ales, stouts, and European brews. And you got the telephone box behind me as well. Let's see if I fit in there. London Calling. It doesn't work. Here on the bottom level, you'll find all these awesome artifacts to go through. And if you head upstairs, that's where the restaurant is, and that's where we're going. There's definitely no absence of excitement, even as you make your way up the stairs to the restaurant. Suspense builds, and I can't wait to see what's upstairs. This is truly a great experience here at the filling station. I am upstairs now, and I'm surrounded by Hollywood posters on one side. We have records above our heads, and we have a car here which is used for private dining.
Welcome to filling station.
The menu is quite exciting. It has a mix of American, English, Filipino, and Mexican treats, burgers, wraps, fries, dishes, desserts, you name it, it's all here in the menu. I'm so confused about what to eat. I don't know. So much effort has gone into the decoration. Look what's on every single dining table. You got your own little phone. Little traditional phone. You got your own little jukebox. All you got to do is put in a dime. I want you. Even this Uncle Sam is on the socials. I love it. They've put a lot of great work into this. While we wait for our food, let's talk a little bit about the history of this place. You're probably thinking, who built this place? And I can tell you that this place was built by a former US Navy chef who chose to remain in the Philippines. The place started off with a few tables and a small place, but now it's expanded upstairs sidewards, and it is a really big diner, and probably the biggest diner you'd find in the Philippines. A little bit of history there while we wait for our food to arrive. Do you know how to tell when a restaurant or a cafe cares about you? It's when you order your coffee and they give you a free biscuit. They don't need to do that. This place does it. Impressed already. I've opted for the Filipino breakfast. I love the presentation and the serving size of the food. It's so impressive. Even the size of the coffee cup is bigger than usual. Big servings just like America. So this meal cost 838 pesos, and that's about 23 Australian dollars. So if you know me by now, I like going against the grain. Even though I am in an American diner, I am having a Filipino breakfast for the first time. So the verdict on the food, top notch. The Filipino breakfast was very filling. I couldn't finish it. I left some of the rice behind. Coffee's really nice. The ambience of the whole area is 12 out of 10. It just exceeds expectations, and the prices are very reasonable. If you're in Makati, check this place out. It's a good way to fill in your morning or afternoon, or maybe dinner time. An impressive morning at the filling station, good food and a great setup. Now it's time to venture out and explore one of Manila's new and exciting cities. I am at Bonafacio Global City, BGC. This city is a mix between modern luxury, urban sophistication, where high-rises tower above your head, and recreational activities, bars, restaurants, health and fitness are plenty. Sleek skyscrapers team up with vibrant avenues, upscale malls, and boutique stores to form the core of BGC. It's worth a look. I've decided to go for a walk down the BGC High Street. You are guaranteed to see vibrant malls, restaurants, bars, and big avenues that go right through the city. Since the early 2000s, BGC has been on the rise, and it is now a cultural hub of business and premium living for people in Manila. BGC was once upon a time part of the Fort McKinley camp, which was set up in 1902 by the American forces and was used as a military installation here in Manila. Today, it's a life of luxury and lifestyle. There's young professionals in the area, as well as condos and new age living amongst the high-rises. This place has changed a lot, which leads me to think, what's it going to be like in the next 100 years? I can't say I get too excited about concrete pillars and high-rises. My personal opinion, there's not much character there. What I personally always do is look for historical areas that exist amongst in the city. Even if it is a new age city like BGC, I look for the historical aspect, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm wandering out a little bit away from the high street to see what I could find that's a little bit more up my alley. At this moment of time, I could be anywhere in the world. I could be in Australia, I could be in the States, I could be somewhere maybe in Europe, but I am in the Philippines and I am in BGC, Bonafacio Global City. Nice part of the world. Manicured lawns, premium housing, condos, fancy coffee shops and restaurants and eateries. If this is your thing, then BGC is for you. Well, guess what? BGC isn't for me, but I'm still here to see this amazing place, because whether you agree with what is here or not, it is still an awesome place to come and check out. And one of the major draw cards of BGC is it is very different to the rest of Manila. It is a new estate built in the 2000s, and it has a lot of art installations. It has a lot of draw cards for the average tourist and expat in particular. coffee shops, restaurants, lifestyle, cultural and lifestyle living, shall we say, as well as a vibrant working environment. There's also businesses in the area. I'm here to see this place, to do a quick tour and catch a glimpse of how the Philippines is progressing. Let's check out BGC. So I want to talk to a little bit about what I can see here in BGC. I can see fancy cars, fancy restaurants, plenty of different restaurants across the road from cuisines from all around the world. Pretty impressive. Very nice. Although I do feel like an ant amongst these skyscrapers. Oh, there's a mall here. I'm not sure which one that is, but I'll find out in a second. This must be a popular dining area. See, everything from Mexican to American cuisine. Friendly Filipino people everywhere, or Filipina for female. A true lifestyle district, BGC. Might be worth coming here after hours. I'd say it'll be quite popular. Seems like they're just getting ready to start opening, as it is mid-afternoon. I wrap up my tour at BGC and now I'm off to see one of Manila's biggest malls, the SM Mall of Asia. This mall provides access to a lot of attractions, including an ice skating rink, a nearby Ferris wheel, recreational spaces, and of course, a lot of stores to spend your money. I'm in the Mall of Asia. Interesting place. You walk around, then you're kind of outside, then you walk a little bit more, then you're back inside. But the mall is very big. It's a shopper's paradise. So if you come here, there is everything that we have in the West and more. I'm in an area where, even though there's a drone store behind me, there's a lot of wellness stores around here, a lot of barbers, hairdressers, massage salons, beauty and butter I am seeing in front of me, a nail lounge. So it's a bit of a health and wellness area. The smell of food lingers in the air everywhere I go, so no doubt there's food on this level as well, although down below there is a really big food court with a lot of many different cuisines, I should say. This section right here is actually very open and you can see the sky. It's a nice mall. If you want some respite away from the heat and the craziness outside on the streets, a mall is a good refuge for an hour or two to have a look around and then head back out there. And that's exactly what I'm doing here today. Condominiums are plenty here in the Philippines. I've been approached 4 times today to buy a condominium. I'm not really interested in living in the Philippines. I've been quite honest with the ladies. I am just touring the Philippines and Asia. Well, what do you know? I came down the escalator and I was asked if I want to buy a condominium 5 times. Not for me. After some exploring, it's time for lunch. I'm lucky to find one of my favourite sandwich shops, which I haven't come across for years. It's my lucky day. Earl of Sandwich. So I have a long history with the Earl of Sandwich. Going back to 2010, when a fresh-faced Hausmeister visited Las Vegas. I stayed at Planet Hollywood, and my stay at Planet Hollywood consisted of a daily diet of Earl of Sandwich. Today, I've got the full Montague. Turkey, roast beef, radish, you name it. Let's see if I bite this and it takes me back in time. I have just gone back over a decade, 15 years, and I'm at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas eating an Earl of Sandwich. the good old days. 359 pesos, and this price is cheaper than what we were paying for the sandwiches back in 2010 in America. So, if you're in the Philippines and you're at the Asia Mall, get an Earl of sandwich. Now we've got lunch out the way, we're off to our last stop, which offers a taste of Venice, Italy. Change of scenery. Welcome to Venice, everybody. I've caught a flight and I've landed here and now in Italy, and now I am in Venice. Just joking. I am still in the Philippines. I am at the Venice Grand Canal Mall. What a great job they've done here. Triggers my memory to Las Vegas again. A lot of Vegas memories coming back here today on my journeys. Reminds me of the Palazzo, or the Venetian Hotel as they call it. We're exploring this shopping mall today. I think this is very nice. You know, they've got little gondolas with little men in the striped top, as they do in Venice, taking people out on a little journey on the water. We've got people over here on a little white duck. It's very nice. We've got a series of restaurants just here along the water. Got people under a gazebo on the water. Let's go check out the water.
Ciao, come stai? Tu parli italiano?
There's actually no roof. I thought there was a roof above us and this was all indoors, but I was wrong. You know what? I'm gonna jump on a gondola. Why not? I just make sure I won't sink it. But you know what? This is actually better than what I thought. Have a look at that. I've decided to go on a gondola ride. 500 pesos for the ride, and I'll be sharing with a few other people, but that's okay. I just hope that this isn't the line here, because there's a lot of people around me, behind me. I think I gotta go that way. All right. Alright. So, this is the way it works. It's a 1 hour wait, because all of these people behind me are in line and waiting for a gondola ride. Look, it's not the end of the world, but you make up your mind to go on the gondola and you're very excited about doing it, and then you're hit with it's a 1 hour wait. So I'm not complaining, I'm just letting you know that on any given day the wait will probably be at least 1 hour. That's not a problem for me, because I can walk around and kill time. I'm not in a hurry. But if you're here at the mall and you want to go on the gondola, factor that in. It could be an hour wait for you, it could be more. The best thing to do is to ask the cashier when you get your ticket, or speak to the gentleman down here who's controlling the gondola rides. I've got 1 hour to kill. I think we'll be okay. You know, generally I don't fall for this gimmicky stuff, but on this instance I think it's actually good. I think it's actually a really good idea to have gondola rides in a shopping mall. It adds a bit of flavour, because most of the time you see people sitting around doing nothing. If you can put some water in a moat, moat-like setup, with some guys wearing striped t-shirts that may look Italian, but not here, they don't look Italian. They look like they're from the Philippines. Actually like the idea. Once again, maybe we need some entertainment like this in Australia as well, where, you know, you go to a shopping mall and you can ride a gondola. I don't know. These types of things work, because there's a lot of people here waiting, and I think I'm 108th in the queue to jump on the gondola. Our wait, it's not the end of the world. That's twice I've brought it up. But it's okay, because I'm taking in the scenery, and I might go get something to drink in the meantime and kill a bit more time. I'm on holidays. I thought I'd give you guys a view from up here as well. There it is. Here's the canal. There's the gondola. On this side, you have restaurants on both levels, and behind me is the shopping mall. That's enclosed, so once you go in, you can't see the water. But if you're eating out on the terrace or on the second level or the ground level on this side, you have a view of the water and the gondolas. All right, just to give you an update, it's about 15 minutes in since I've asked the man about my number. My number is 108, and as soon as you buy your ticket, you come down the steps, you need to register it with the guy that's wearing like a security outfit. So I'm 108 and they're up to 92, and that's about 15 minutes in. So I say maybe in about half an hour, 40 minutes, I should be on the gondola. Let's see how we go. I think they've got a few extra people on at the moment sailing or riding these gondolas, so it might speed up. Fingers crossed. Thank you. Well, do you want to say hi?
Hi! From the Philippines to Australia.
I'm from Queensland. We met here.
I've met a fellow Australian here.
Yeah.
And the gentleman is from the Philippines.
Hi!
Right, guys, I am on the gondola and I am sailing. We are sailing. So we are going around the Venice Mall, the Grand Venice Mall. I must say, the experience is very nice. It is very, very surreal. I've never been on a gondola before, and I wouldn't know if it's the same as Venice, but I dare to say it's very close. The gentleman, he's doing a good job up here.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, signor.
Bonjour. Ayan.
Bonjour a tutti. So it's quite pleasant, and the weather's overcast today, so the great thing about that is the sun's not blaring on your head, so you have a very pleasant sailing experience. Being the big person that I am, I'm sitting in the middle, and my friends who are smaller than me are spread out on either side, so we're balancing the gondola in order not to sink. We've got a little bridge coming up ahead. It's a very pleasant experience. So far, so good. I recommend the journey for anyone visiting the Philippines.
Tippy like a game tarantella, lucky pella. When the star make you drool, just like a pasta pasul, that's amore. That's amore. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa, babe, that you see Napoli, that's amore.
Bravo,
Bravo!
We even get a singing service as well on here, and it makes the trip even more pleasant. That's what's behind me.
Wow. In prosperel vento, beni di ardire, parce na mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Bravo, bravo.
Bravo.
Very good.
He's
He's got a very good voice, hasn't he?
Really need to have a good voice.
I think having a good voice is prerequisite. So what happened in the end was, since I was a solo traveller, my ticket was fast-tracked onto the gondola, and in the end I only waited about 25 minutes maximum. I did speak to the gentleman and I did remind him that I was on my own, and in the end he fast-tracked me, so that was very nice of him. Look, I've never really thought about riding a gondola, but I've ended up on a gondola. And this is what can happen in life when you travel. You can find yourself doing things that you probably thought you'd never do. Growing up, I thought the only time I'd ever ride a gondola is if I was to travel to Venice. But you can ride a gondola in Las Vegas, you can ride a gondola here in Manila. And by sheer luck,
I ended up riding a gondola right here in Manila. Like I said earlier, I don't know if it's the same experience, but I'm pretty sure the experience here is still pretty good. And I must say it's in a bit of a controlled environment, because I'd like to say that this isn't a real canal, it's a shopping mall, but the gentleman did sing for us. He has the right attire. The gondola is pretty solid and it feels like a gondola. And the place looks Italian, even though it's new. So I think the experience comes quite close. So if you're in Manila, maybe give it a shot. We're sailing under the bridge now. The bridge is right above us, and the point in front of me is where we started. So we've done one lap, or half a lap maybe, if you'd like to call it that.
Fiber ba to?
That's where we started.
Fiber ba to?
Thanks for joining me today in Manila. I hope you've enjoyed the tour and possibly formed some ideas of your own of how to fill in your day when you visit here. I also have other videos in my Philippines playlist that could interest you, so don't forget to check them out. On that note, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, a big adios from your friend, the Husmeister.